Hey everyone, I'm back with a card share. This is actually for an image that I previously colored. I actually did a coloring video on it. It's the Mom's Apple Pie stamp from Diana Markham. I don't have the stamp in front of me, but you're going to see the image anyway. I had used my sketch marker brush pros to color that image, just as a comparison so I could kind of become more familiar with these alcohol markers. I want to say, I guess these are a cheaper alternative to Copics, but they don't perform like a Copic marker does. I will say that. I've noticed that some of the colors, when you start to blend, they get a little muddy, and you can sometimes see that with a Copic marker, but you don't see it as often, I guess, with the way that I color. So these markers I do still like because there's a lot of colors that can fill in between in a Copic marker set. But yeah, so that's what I've observed so far. So what I used to make this card is this cover plate die, and this is from Lawn Fawn. I don't know which year it came out because I don't have the packaging anymore, but it's like a quilted look with little petals in between each diamond. So this is a size to an A2 size card, so it is the whole front of a card. And then I use this die set. This is the Lacy Layers set, and I have used, I think it was this die in the set, because this was too small to cover my image. So I believe I used this one to cut it out, because I had colored it in another video. And I will try and remember to link that video if I can. This is the paper that I use. This is a Paper Rose pack called Country Quilt, and I use this gingham color right here. And I wanted to go with this sort of tone of paper. So I did use my Tea-Dye Distress ink to kind of color the base of the paper, because what I had used was a white sheet of paper to actually color the image on. So I didn't want it white because this is obviously not white. So I used this ink to tone down the paper. This is all I have left of the 6x6 piece of paper that I die cut. Isn't that great? This is the scrap I have, and it's about 1.5 inches long by 1/2 inch wide. So isn't that great? I used my scraps up. So here's the card. I don't know if you can tell, it's actually done on white, colored onto white paper. So there's the image that I had colored up. I won't go through too much on that. I don't even have the colors out anymore that I had used on this, but I'll try and remember to link that video. I did use some lace from the Dollar Tree, and then a little button here. It's a heart button that I had purchased from Spellbinders. They had them on clearance. They were a pack of hearts and stars, I think they had, in wood. And that's glued down with some Helmar glue. It's for fabric and metals, so it's really good quality. You can actually wash this, but of course this is a card, so I won't be washing it. I did add some of the some gray into this image at the bottom for shadow. So that was added after I did the coloring. So there's the die cut image. This is on some very vanilla cardstock from Stampin' Up, and it's a heavier weight cardstock. You buy this separately. It's 4 card bases. So as you notice, there's no actual sentiment other than the recipe on this image. So I don't know who I'm going to be giving it to, so I didn't want to stamp any sort of sentiment on the front. And then there's that pattern cardstock that I used with the die cut cover plate on there. I like the way that looks. It kind of looks like a tablecloth, which is kind of what I was going for. And there's the inside. There's no sentiment on the inside. And there's a big piece of the scrap that I had left over that, again, I die cut it using the same die. And since it was only a partial piece, I stuck it at the bottom, and then I'll put my sentiment on the inside once I send it out to somebody. And then the back has my stamp on it, and there's a strip of that same paper. That's actually the other half, or the other piece of this strip right here. I just stamped my Handmade By on that and stuck it to the back. And so I love how this card turned out. I did have another card with this same image that I'd colored with my Copics. And it is similar but different. So now I have 2 of them. Anyway, that is my card share for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.